Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy full moon. Happy full moon. Libra energy right over here at 12 degrees. This is a very beautiful, very interesting energy that we're sitting in, that we're walking into, and I'm excited to talk about it. Welcome. If this is your first time here, my name is Sarah. I am a channeler and an astrologer. And today we're going to be channeling messages through the lens of an all signs reading for this full moon that's coming up in Libra. It's on the 1st or 2nd of April, depending on your time zone, depending on where you are in the world. And it's quite fascinating. I love this energy. And, we all have our, opposition signs. Like Aries is opposite Libra, Taurus is opposite Scorpio, Gemini to Sag, Cancer to Cap, Leo to Aquarius, and Virgo to Pisces. I find this one to be because it's self and others, this is the rising sign. This is the general astrological wheel. Starts in Aries, goes all the way around over to Pisces. If you check in the description, what's written here is listed. So if you can't read my handwriting, you can go in and check it out. But this is the storefront view of my life. This is the rising, and this is relationships. This is the important people that we see. And we have known that this energy was coming. We have known that the energy of April is coming. I mean, these seasons, these transits, they happen every year. The second you were born, that's why they call it a birth chart. You could have pulled up the 1st of April, 2026 and say, okay, I'm going to have a full moon in my 7th house of relationships and the important people. We knew this was coming. We knew that we were going to be alive for this. There's a few aspects that are happening for this full moon, but honest to goodness, there's a part of me that doesn't even want to talk about it. I just really want to get into the reading. I really want to talk to each of you directly and remind you, and this is, my disclaimer if you are new around here, which is, this is not a personalized reading. Please do your own research. Please reach out directly for personalized readings. I offered recorded and live sessions. So if you would like a personalized reading, please reach out. This is a general reading and offering, so the message might not always resonate with you. Please use your discernment. And one other thing that I like to talk about and like to, I put it in the description, is that sometimes there's a little bit of a harshness or a curtness or a bluntness to the readings. And it's, a blessing to be able to be here with you, to be able to tell you, I'm not your yes friend. I'm definitely, I talk to my clients, I'm never going to be the one that says settle. I'm never going to be the one that says, oh, of course, it's 6 out of 10. Go for that. So with this reading, I can kind of tell sometimes when readings are going to be a little bit more, shoot between the eyes energy. And I don't want to prophesize that to say that every single reading is going to be like that, or every single, there's 12 of you here. So I don't want to say that that's the way that it's going to be. But I want you to know that if something does need to change, you're the only one that can do it. Hiring mentors, hiring coaches. I mean, I love my clients. I love every single one of you, and I'm grateful to be here with you. But when we recognize that we're the one that has to change, when we have the ascendant, that's self, that's the mask we wear to the world, the descendant sign, this is your chart. This is your rising, your chart. So it's not that this house literally holds the important people. It does, but it's what we look for in others. It's seeing the God of our understanding in others. So when you change your mindset, when you change, the people around you change. When you level out of an environment, the people that you had trauma bonds with effortlessly leave. You are a vibrational match to the people that are in your life right now. So if you are not happy with the people that are in your life right now, if you're in a job that you don't like, if you're in an environment that you don't like, if you're in a situation that you don't like, if something is happening, it's not about them, it's about you and you changing the words that you speak, the way you think about it, the way that you act in that environment, and do all that you can with the tools that you have every single day to the best of your ability to level out of the environment that you're in. It's not about being better than. It's like, oh, I have to walk away from you. Everyone is doing the best they can. Whether we think they could do better or not, everyone on this planet is doing the best that they can. So I'll highlight that in the workbook, in the 2026 workbook, that the link is available below. It has a 52-page ebook and extended all signs readings for all the big key dates of the year. We talked about this. April, I called it cleaning it up and closing the door, the final walkthrough. And talking about letting this full moon be messy. And what did I say? The first of the month kicks off with our full moon in Libra at 12 degrees, asking us to let things be complete, even if the ending is not as pretty as we would like it to be. Libra is the balanced scales, run by Venus, loves a good aesthetic, loves it. What needs to close and be completely over with? What can we allow to be a bit messy? Can we let things close? Maybe in relationships, maybe with chosen enemies, maybe with a home or a job. Can we fully embody the work and trust a little more? Next month, we have 2 full moons. It's a blue moon month. And, this is a lot of Aries energy. This is a lot of Aries energy. And Aries is not something to be intimidated by. It's like, do something with it. Internally, externally, make a plan, do something with it. So let me introduce the planets, and we're going to put them down. Actually, I'm just going to put them down generally before you even know what the planets are. I'm sure you can say like Mars, Venus. I'll introduce them a little bit later. The sun, the moon. This is Pluto. We've got Saturn in Aries. We've got Neptune in Aries. Jupiter is in Cancer. The North Node is in Pisces energy. Mercury is in Pisces energy. I'll put them all down in a better way. These are just crystals. Chiron is in Aries energy. Black Moon Lilith is in Sag. Uranus is in Taurus. Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, North and South, and Chiron and Lilith. Beautiful. So there's this like cluster going on over here. And Venus, I love, she dipped into her home sign. She's at 2 degrees of Taurus for this full moon. And Mars is going to go into Aries energy in about a week or so. He's at 23 degrees of Pisces. So this is very classic. Taurus is run by Venus. Aries is run by Mars. So letting this be something that feels just classic. For the chart ruler, Libra is also run by Venus. So for the chart ruler to be in a home sign, you know what has to go. Dude, you know what has to go. You know what has to change. Or you know where maybe you don't know where or what to do with it. This is a perfect time and is a perfect season to reach out, get to know yourself, have a coach, hire a mentor, have someone be in your arena and look at it and help look at it with you. And have it be someone that, we've been talking for a bit going into Aries season about bringing one thing to task. One thing. This could be self-discovery. This could be getting to know your chart more. This could be anything. Relationship, it could be anything. Money, manifestation, doesn't matter what it is. But hire someone that you vibe with, that has done it, that has the tools, that you feel like I could have a cup of coffee with you. And even just declare to the God of your understanding, I'm ready for a coach. I'm ready for a mentor. I'm ready for someone to come in and see what's going on here and to help me see my shadow a little bit. Full moons are perfect time for shadow work, perfect times to look inward, perfect time to also release and cut the ties that bind us and to level out. It's not about leveling up, be like, I'm better than you, I'm leaving you behind. Everybody's in their own arena. So this is about you leveling out of the environment that you're in, not in comparison to others, but in comparison to the you that you were yesterday. That's the only comparison. Talk about that in the workbook. Looking into the universal law of comparison could be very helpful. Investing in yourself through programs, very helpful. Do something that says I'm exchanging, energy, I'm exchanging money for goods and services to invest in myself. Something, anything at all, whatever it may be. But do something while the sun is in the house of self and we're releasing in the house of relationships. When you treat yourself better, and if you have perfect relationships, then this isn't for you. But if you want to level out of the environment that you're in have healthier relationships, love yourself first. Even if this is getting a massage, this is doing something for you that shows the world, this is the tier, this is the vibration that I'm at, and I want to attract those at this level. I think that makes sense. I think that makes sense. All right, let's introduce the planets again. This is the sun. This is the moon. Mercury. Venus. Mars. Jupiter. Saturn. Uranus. Neptune. Pluto. He's based off of the Christmas critters from South Park. If you know, you know. Where are you? Chiron. Key. Black Moon Lilith. And I follow the mean Lilith and the mean node, not the true. So these placements might be different for you. And the north node and the south node that I placed down like this, you can see what the north node is going into and what the south node is releasing. So again, disclaimer, take what resonates, leave the rest. Reach out directly for a personalized reading, a book through consultation, so we can have a free chit chat and decide if working together is an alignment for us both. Ask any questions that you may have. Take a little putter over at my website. I have tons of offerings. I have guided meditations. I have courses. I have a Mastering Mars course, an Awakened Mastery course. I have so many resources for you. There are lots of resources out there for you. So all planets are direct right now. We're bringing one thing to task. We're working on ourselves. Really, this is a release, but also such level up energy. Level out of what you're in. Let your mindset shift. Let something shift. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Let's get started. Put a little bit of pine on to ground me in and to allow this reading to be for the highest and greatest good for all involved and invested. No intended harm coming to any. May this find those that it needs to reach. And yeah. Aries rising, Aries sun, happy birthday, Aries moon. You know, your reading came to me as I was going to sleep last night. And it's happened before. Happened to, I think it was Capricorn the last time. Capricorn came to me right before bed, knew that I was going to do this reading. And it was like, it's not like you're lying purposefully, but you're in a situation where it's like the image that's coming to my mind, it's like you're stranded on a desert island with someone and you're not really the best of friends. Maybe you don't have the same values, the same belief systems. You don't really like each other, but you're just like smiling and you're like, yep, this is where we're at. And you're like, you care maybe about this person. This could be a roommate. This could be a family member. This could be a co-parent. It's a co-worker. Like you're doing it. You're doing the work. You're doing the work. And you're looking at yourself and you're looking like you're looking at your codependency stuff. You're looking at this. You're looking at this. Like you're getting down to the nitty-gritty of it. And when you get to the root of it, it's like this very interesting thing where you're like, it's not me. I can't fix this. I don't like it's like I'm doing the best that I can. This is very triggering. It's very like powerful and potent. It's just like you're not overstepping your codependency boundaries anymore. And you're just like trusting the God of your understanding to change the environment. Like a lot is happening on the back end. A lot is happening from the inside out right now. And this might not be like everything's getting worked out. Everything's fine. You can definitely do some woo if you want. You can do like a cord cutting ceremony. You could do a full moon release technique if you'd like. Like there's, you know, in the foundations and flow that I have, astrology for real life. There's a practical full moon release technique. You can do any of these things, but it might just be like your impatience right now. And the thing that you have to do might just be to like laugh your way through this. Because impatience means that you don't trust God to make it happen, that you don't trust that the thing, maybe it's a house, maybe it's a divine partnership, maybe whatever it may be, a job, money. When there's impatience, and like this is highlighting all of your impatience. This is highlighting all of your, I want it yesterday. I'm an Aries sun, conjunct Jupiter. You like, I'm right there with you. I'm not coming at you, but there's energy of, I want it yesterday. That's also for me an addictive tendency. Whereas I want it yesterday. I want that hit. I want that bump. I want that dopamine. I want that thing. And it's very much says to me, this might be a time to go for longer walks. This might be a time to like really be with your impatience, but put yourself in an environment that's like once a day, go look at a tree, go hug a tree and get into nature, do things like this might be, yeah, I'm just hearing like, go to your future self. Go to your future self. And, I'll have a guided meditation available for you, meeting your future self. That will be available by the end of the month. And actually, I can probably get it ready for you for this full moon. So I will do my best to have that available for you for a purchase for this full moon. And yeah, your future self doesn't rush. They have a calm nervous system. Things come to them freely and enjoyably and in a fun way. So this could be integrating some fun. This could be just going for a long walk in the woods. And, full moons are times to release. We're all cuckoo pants around the full moon. So it's, in my perspective, yes, we are always manifesting with our thoughts, words, actions, and intentions. Yes, we are always doing that. But this is where a little bit of like, I'm in the middle of, religion and spirituality. This could be a good time for prayer in your understanding, with the God of your understanding, just to be like, I don't know how to fix this. And I don't want to manifest the wrong way. I don't want this to continue. I don't want to lower my vibration, but just like asking for clear messages like, God, what do I do here? What do I do here? It's time to release some shame. There's some good stuff in there. It's going to be time for mirror work. I have a blog on my website. It's available for free, Working with One Shadow Self. This is a great time to do shadow work. Go inward, Aries. There's not, when the new moon in your sign comes, yes, there's some practical things to do for sure. Right now, around full moons, I don't care what season it is. I don't care that all planets are direct for you right now. Don't take the wrong path and don't bring the wrong people with you. Heal this, fix this, change this. Could be as simple as a mindset shift and then doing the reps and sets to get it there. But incredible, very, very potent and nuanced. Love it. Taurus. Taurus rising, Taurus sun, Taurus moon. Venus is in your sign. Ooh, let me make sure you can still see everything. Okie dokie. Yeah, Venus is home, your season is coming. There's a lot going on. Okay. I love you ahead of time. The story. I'm seeing, Mercury over here, which is now direct. That retrograde was in your house of community, friendships, and wishes for the future. And this is in your house of daily life and health and practical service. When the sun, for Taurus rising especially, is in the 12th house, we get a little bit cranky. We get a little bit like frustrated. It's not like you have soul purpose on the mind. Saturn and Neptune are in Aries. Just the fact that all that is happening in Aries is like nutter butters. Mars is in your house of community friendships. Venus is in your home sign, yes, but there's like, I just have a feeling, and this will not be for everyone, and this is, a dramatization. This is a general reading, so I don't know you. But I feel like someone in your inner circle and someone that you trust is going to snap a little bit. And just be like, you're the problem. You keep telling me you don't like this job. You keep telling me you don't like this job. You keep complaining about all the things that you don't like. You keep trying to tell me that, like, if you were the manager, you would fix all this and yada, yada, yada. And like, I can't listen to you complain. I can listen to you, like, talk about changing it, or I can look over your CV, your resume. I can help you, but I can't overstep no one can help you but you. And so I just have a feeling maybe I'm the person for you to do this. Maybe that's me. But saying, like, just complaining and being aware of something and doing something about it are two wildly different things. I had an old friend years ago. She was like in the thick of her arena. And she's like, I know I don't want to complain to you. I don't want to complain to you. I'm like, you are actively trying to fix this situation. I will sit with you in the pool of your own filth because you're cleaning yourself up. You're not asking me to clean you up. But if you're just sitting there complaining over the filth and not cleaning anything, that's just going to start to smell. And I can't sit with you in it. And so I have a feeling that, this Aries season, it's a lot happening because you are so profound, Taurus. Like, you're so profound. Jupiter is now direct in your house of communication. Like, it's either you're choosing the trauma response or you're choosing the higher timeline, which, like, and no judgment. I've said this before. If this is your first time here, I have gone down this cul-de-sac of trauma responses over and over and over and over and over again. And I've learned something new every single time. So if you're staying on the merry-go-round, don't judge yourself. Just say there's gold that I have to pick up there. But for this to be a release in your house of daily life, something either physical, mental, or emotional has to change. This is the health axis as well, the 6th and the 12th. So this could be about a new workout regime. This could be about going to yoga. This could be breath work. This could be something. But what's really coming through is like, please, what if you woke up every single day as if you've never been alive before, and you viewed your life as like, oh my God, I have a toilet that flushes. I have clean water. I have a roof over my head. And not, oh my goodness, I'm stuck living here with these people that I don't like, or I'm stuck in this job. Nobody's stuck. Nobody's stuck. It's just, you might not be super jazzed about the other option. You might not be the most ideal loungeable space, or, there might be work involved. But yeah, if it's not me, if this resonates with you, if it's not me, somebody is going to just like say, hey, you've been telling that story a long time, and I don't really want to listen to it anymore. Someone might just set a boundary, someone that loves you. And we have to remember about boundaries. Boundaries mean people care. It means that they've spent time to contemplate, I want this person in my life, but I cannot talk about this anymore. I cannot entertain it. I cannot watch them water a dead garden anymore. So you're worthy of support. You're worthy of people caring. You're worthy, Taurus. But you have to be the one to decide it. No one can tell you. No one can tell you but you. Incredible. Gemini. Well, you feel that coming for sure. Gemini. Ooh. This is a good time. This is a good time. This has come up before. You are definitely not who you used to be. This is a full moon release in the house of play and joy and romance and creativity and kiddos, childlike spirits, while the sun is transiting your house of community, friendships, and wishes for the future. Your chart ruler is now direct in your house of legacy. I'm just seeing like some oscillation between like, I have energy, I don't have energy. I have energy, I don't have energy. I have energy, I don't have energy. And just work with your archetype. You know, I did a video recently. I'll put the link below. You're ready to choose a new archetype. Choose your archetype. Like actively do that. Actively do that. This could be about boundary setting. This could be about staying the course. This could be about hiring a mentor. This could be about releasing old ways of having fun. This could be about debauchery. This could be about settling. This could be, there's so many different ways that this could go. So many different ways. And I'm just seeing like Uranus is going to go into your sign later on this month in April and be there for a while. I have a playlist, the Four Horsemen playlist. I talk about Uranus. There's a lot that's happening with Pluto, Neptune, and Uranus making aspects to each other. Quest, adventure, long distance travel, higher education, community, friendships, wishes for the future, and self, the storefront view of my life. Jupiter is finishing up its transit in your house of money. There's a lot going on. The North Node is in your 10th house. There's a lot. I want to be specific with my words because I'm just feeling like a lot of Gemini energy here. And the message that comes through, there's like 17 different messages coming through. So like, make sure this is, okay, I'm having a full body chill. Not every single message is for you. So if you right now are looking at, if you're new here, if you're new Gemini here on my channel, and you've been Googling and researching and YouTubing, like all signs reading for Gemini, what does this mean for me? What does this mean for me? What does this mean for me? Take a breath and take what resonates from one channeler. Find the one channeler, 2, 3 tops, like, and really receive the information that you need and recognize if like sometimes we look for external validation when we just don't like the message that the God of our own understanding has been giving us over and over and over again. That's saying like, maybe stop drinking, maybe stop smoking so much, maybe stop scrolling so much, maybe you need to set boundaries, maybe that person isn't for you, maybe it's time that you leveled out of this environment. And sometimes those harsher messages like aren't always fun for people. They're very triggering for people. I put the disclaimer below about the harshness. I like had someone call me a ding dong once. They were like, why would the, like, what kind of a ding dong would let the God of their understanding like channel this? What kind of a ding dong would say this? And I'm like, well, someone like a God who cares, first of all. The God of my understanding cares and is going to tell me if I have food in my teeth. Going to be with me no matter what. God loves us all unconditionally and is going to sit with us with the filth all over ourselves, but actually wants us to grow and wants a better life for us at the same time. So we'll be there no matter, but does want you to grow. Everything left unattended grows. The Palo Santo is like demon kid. That really only happens when like there's a lot that needs to get cleared. So one thing at a time, and look at when you've gone to the bad place. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And reach out if I can be supportive. Amazing. Cancer. Cancer rising. Cancer sun. Cancer moon. Many a times I've mentioned to you that like you went first. Last year I was like, yeah, you moved, you got the job, you got the house, you got the things, like all the good stuff. This is public life and this is home. This is the house of the father. This is the house of the mother. Father, capital F, mother, capital M. So there could be some family stuff coming up, but really what comes through is like, maybe you just moved and you're like, oh, I've actually outgrown this house already and I'm ready for a new one, or I'm ready to update, or I'm ready for, you're just expanding at a very beautiful, safe rate. Someone else might perceive it as exponential. Someone else might perceive it as like, that's a lot of growth. That's a lot of expansion. But Jupiter's going direct in your sign right now. There's a lot of beauty. Like this is, I mean, Saturn and Neptune right now in Aries, your 10th house being run by Aries. Only you can handle this energy. Pluto, your Aquarius in your 8th house. This is, yeah, please stop comparing yourself to anyone. Look into the universal law of comparison and work on self-love, work on surrounding yourself with winners and supportive people. But yeah, there's just this, it looks like the closure's already happened. I'm having a full body chill Cancer. Like, you already know that you've leveled out. You've already known, like, and it could be a job that you started in December. Could be a place that you moved to in December, something, but you're like, I'm ready for bigger. And it's not a failure. It's just like oh, I'm ready for more. Okay. I learned what I needed to learn here. I'm ready. Let's continue. Let's continue. And Uranus finishing up its transit in your 11th house speaks to that. Definitely watch the Uranus video in the Four Horsemen series. That's a playlist that's for free on YouTube. This is gorgeous. You're very driven right now. And I see that and I respect it. And I really love how, like, yeah, you're in a good spot. You're in a good spot. And if anyone is telling you that you're moving too fast, would you trade lives with that person? Would you? Why are you letting their opinion in? Like, just, yeah. That's all. But I feel good about this. And, the new moon that's coming up in a few weeks is in your 10th house. So if you're ready to add maybe 2 more zeros to the back of every paycheck, like, you're ready. You're ready. It's 2026. This is the Wild West. You can have your daily life and your, things that you do, but you can also have, like, online money. You can do it. You can do anything you want. And you're growing from the inside out. I love it. I just love it. It's redwood seeds, like, sprouting. Leo rising. Leo sun, Leo moon. Okay. I don't know if you can hear that siren going on outside. Something's happening. We have Taurus placements as well. This is intense. Get to know yourself. And have someone that you trust in your corner. This is the house of early learning, short trips, communication, and language. 9th house is about quest, adventure, and long distance travel and higher education, spirituality, and legalities. Big thinking, big thinking. And this is kind of where we learn the boundaries of communication. This is the house of siblings over here. This is big stuff, Leo. And, the analogy that I give about this house is, when did you learn what a swear word was? Like, when did you learn what was okay to say, what wasn't okay to say? What sibling order are you? Are you the baby, even though you're in your 50s? Are you, the oldest one? Are you the oldest daughter, oldest son? Are you the middle child and, forgotten and still, like, what are we living out of? I want to put the link to Awakened Mastery. It's my crash course in metaphysical practices for leaders and entrepreneurs. Getting to know kind of the energy that we give power to is something that I talk about. I think it's in chapter 2. It's like, if you will always, like, I've met adults, like adult men in their 50s. They're like, yeah, I'm the baby. I'm like, well, that's a you thing. That's a you thing. And it can be, that was his reality. That just wasn't for me. So looking at what you say, what you declare, what you believe is going to dictate your environment. This is higher spirituality, higher learning. Saturn and Neptune are in there. Chiron's in there. So it's kind of like, if you say, oh, this is going to be hard, universe, the God of your understanding is like, done, make it hard. Like, the energy, and this is where, like, yes, we're releasing on full moons. We have to declare, I'm ready to release ABZ. Because if we're still saying, oh, it's a crappy day, no matter what, the universe, the God of your understanding, is an eager waiter. Done. I'm ready to release lack mindset. Done. Oh my God, nothing ever works out for me. Done. So it is a powerful time to release. It is a powerful time to work with the laws of the universe. I talk about that in Awakened Mastery as well. And be in the work. And be in the work. Yeah. Can you fully, like what I said at the beginning, can you fully embody the work and trust a little bit more? We are the ones responsible, Leo. We are the ones that can change our reality. Nobody's coming to save us. Nobody's coming to stop us. I heard that perspective online the other day. It was so cute. And so know that everything that you're experiencing right now, you created, and everything that you could possibly experience, have experienced, you also created. There's nuance to that when it comes to abuse and things like that. Like this is a general reading. I don't know you. I work with people that have traumas, big T, little t traumas. So I'm not saying to spiritually bypass it in any way, but I'm saying the environment that you're in right now is a creation of your prayers. Like you prayed for the environment that you're in right now. So if you want to get out of it, if you want to level out of it, you have to be a different version of yourself. If you're trying to do something you've never done before, you have to be a version of yourself you've never been before. Great. Great. Virgo rising, Virgo sun, Virgo moon. Dude. I love this. I love this for you. I do. I do. I do. So much happening. This is deep, dude. This is deep. Yeah, there's a loneliness over here, and I'm not going to say I love that. That's amazing. But there could be like I'm surrounded by people, but nobody really knows me. You've leveled, like you've done a lot of deep inner work right now. And it just feels like I want to give you a channel message and I want to give you practical advice because I don't think this is going to be very long. Practically, just releasing any values, maybe a resource that you don't use. Maybe if you don't go to that gym, close the gym membership, go to another gym. You don't use that library card, close it or just throw something away very practically. If there's a belief system or a mindset or a value, that could be something that you release right now. That's it. Because you're on a great path. And it doesn't feel like it's a snowball effect. It just feels like you've been on this like incredible trek, this beautiful long hike. And right now you're at an area where it's just clear and it's like a little bit downhill. So you're just like walking with a nice sense of urgency. And you're like, oh, this is good. I like this. I like this. Yeah. Yeah. That new moon in Aries is going to be a huge time for you, for sure, for sure, for sure. That's going to be a wonderful time of manifestation. So it's kind of been like things have been good for you lately, but maybe not fully manifest. Like maybe the outer reality, or you don't have the friend group or the divine partnership that you've been looking for, that you've been trying to really call in. But it's, like we talk about, you're attaching the dopamine to the process. You're doing the chop wood, carry water. This feels like it's kind of gonna. I'm just seeing like everyone get like so like, oh my God, there's so much Aries energy. Everything's happening. April is wild. And you're like, I have the South Node in my sign. That's cute. This is happening in my 8th house. That's just, yeah. Can I help you? Do you need anything? And it's not to like live out of our traumas to say like, oh, I'm in something worse than you. But you've been working with what others could perceive to be such an intense negative transit, South Node in your sign, and you're just like, I'm actually just looking at my stuff. And so it's really beautiful. I mentioned before, like you could write a whole book on the South Node transit or just talk about it more openly. You have a lot more to offer than maybe you think that you do. And it's just the way that you say it that people want to hear. Yeah. Yeah. Let your authenticity out a little bit right now. Gorgeous. Oh, Libra. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, you're ready. You're ready. You are ready. there's big changes that's happening internally, I'm feeling, but there's also like strategic moves. Oh, I love this. I love this. Oh my God, I love this so much. So this full moon is happening in your sign, and you've done all this inner work, and all this has been changing, and all this has been happening, and all this is going on. Maybe you want to quit that job, or maybe you're in a relationship that you don't want to be in anymore, something, and you've just been kind of like sitting with it. And then all of a sudden, you see something, your boss or your, significant other, or somebody just says one thing, and something just like snaps, and you don't pop off. You would never. You would never. I mean, maybe you do. I don't know, but I don't think that you do. I think you just like mentally just like pick up your stuff and go. And then you put in your week's notice, or you just like dip into your savings maybe, and you're like, you know what? I can say this is my last. I can leave and go. Like there's something that pushes you. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I just love the way that this energy is right now. It's a leap of faith energy. It's a leap of faith in a beautiful way. And you're just doing it. I'm really proud. I'm really just like, I'm proud to be witness and to, yeah, and just to see it, because you're really ready to, you've changed already, but there's been this like, oh, how am I going to show this? Or how am I going to do that like post of the new me and stuff? Now you're just like in Aries energy, you're like, I couldn't care less right now. You're just embodying it. So, or maybe this has already happened. I'm having a full body chill, and you're like, I'm just going to invest in myself now. Yeah, I'm just going to quadruple down on myself, and I'm just going to level up and out. And I'm just, yeah, there's just some self focus. We're all self focused in Aries season, and I love that for us. We're supposed to be. And for you, that being your descendant sign, is maybe in years past, ooh, this is important. You've looked to others to kind of fill up to see you. You've looked to others to see you, to validate you. And now you're like, I don't need a single person to validate me. I love me. I'm doing it. I'm going places, and I'm going there. And you're just ready to do it. This does not feel like, oh, I'm going to book a holiday. This feels work related. This feels relationship related. This feels house related. This feels like I'm taking action steps to leave. And I love it. That's so exciting. That is so exciting. I love it. Let me know. Let me know. All right. Scorpio rising, Scorpio sun, Scorpio. Oh boy, here we go. Okay. Here we go. Oh yeah. Wait. Here you go. Love this. Love this. There's a lot happening. Okay. 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 Here we go. Gang's all here. Okay. This might be dreams popping off. This is the health axis. So right now, this is the house of daily life, health, and practical service. And this is the house of soul purpose, healings, closures, and coming home. So this says to me, sometimes it can be confusing. Sometimes it can be very confusing when you have full moons in the 12th house. This could be things clearing in your dreams. This could be karmic contracts and soul contracts. This could be ancestors coming back and trying to help you. This is like you're stepping more into, and it's not, I really like this because I feel like maybe there's a new Scorpio rising here, that it's not like you're saying, oh, I need to now be a tarot reader, or I need to now, like you're investing in yourself through the woo, and you're investing in yourself through this work to getting to know yourself. And then at the same, but you're like, I'm still going to do the job I'm doing. I'm still very good at the job I'm doing. It's like you're not getting sucked into the, oh, if I study this, it means I have to be an astrologer now, or it means I have to integrate that. No, you're just integrating the work. And I love that. Dude, I come from corporate, and I come from leadership and service, and it's just like, I'm excited to meet you. If you're You're the Scorpio rising that's new around here. I love it. Daily life could be shifting. Daily life could be updating. I feel like you're in a reps and sets season, and this does feel like it's just going to be exhausting. And I don't want to prophesize that, but if you're overly tired or overly irritable or just kind of just like, what is going on? We don't make big moves around full moons. We're all little cuckoo pants. We all become the werewolf around full moons. And so just take the day, maybe take a personal day and just be with it and just see what comes up and release what you need to release. Yeah. Foundations and Flow, Astrology for Real Life. That could be something that's helpful. It's a very simple foundational program that I have that has a whole bunch of private videos that you can watch forever about working with the houses, working with new moons and full moons and all of those different things, because it's not about changing your entire life to sink into it. It's about integrating metaphysical practices into your leadership growth and development, personal growth and development toolbox. That's the foundation of my practice. So if you are here, you found the right spot. I'm grateful that you're here. Yeah, I just have like a really strong feeling and connection that there's a Scorpio rising that's like, I've never seen you before, and I'm excited that you're here. I'm excited that you're here. Welcome. Please reach out if a one-on-one session could be nourishing and helpful. Take a pada over at the website and yeah, ask any questions that you have. Welcome to the cafe. Amazing. Sagittarius rising. Sagittarius sun, Sagittarius moon. Oh, buddy. You're like done with something. Yeah, you're done with something. Like fully done with something. You're ready to go. You're ready to move. You're ready to move up. You're ready to move on. You're ready. And, you know, it's that impatience we talked about in the introduction. Yeah, if you have Aries placements, this is definitely a vibe because, you know, Aries is releasing in the house of relationships and you're releasing in the house of community, friendships, and wishes for the future. There's something new that, like someone new that wants to sit at your table. This is a really interesting dramatization. So, you know, if you're new around here, I usually use a cafe table or a dinner table to talk about friendships and talk about family members and like, who do you want at your table? And so think of yourself sitting at a table and ask yourself, who do you want to be sitting at the table? And you're at the VIP table. There's a separate table for family and there's a separate table for friends or, you know, whomever you want to be sitting at the table. So it's like you, maybe your divine partner, maybe you have an assistant, maybe you have a colleague, or maybe you have a collaborator or someone, maybe there's kiddos at the table, whatever it may be, but like we're releasing the house of community. And I'm just seeing like people from the other tables trying to get up and sit in VIP seats. I'm having a full body chill. And you need to be able to say, nope, your placard's over there. And just have that boundary. And that's it. That's literally your only responsibility. You know, Aries season for you is about having fun and about being romantic and about playing. So there's not really a lot of like big, deep conversations that you want to be having right now. You want to be in your own arena and doing your thing. Venus, like in your house of daily life, Jupiter, your chart ruler, moving through your house of deep transformation and shared possessions. You might be heavy work focused right now. You might be in your own arena right now, Sag, and it's just like a simple no. That's it. A simple no. And it's also when someone tries, like if you say no, you can't sit here, and someone continuously tries to sit there over and over and over again, you can start to do some bubbling work. You can, you know, call in the woo and call in your ancestors and your spirit team to help you with that. But it can also be like, I said no here and you still tried. It might be, I have to push a little bit farther out, or it's okay. And this will not be for everyone, but it's okay. There might be like more of a boundary that you have to set with someone. Because if you say no, say, I don't like, that's my boundary. And they're like, oh, come on. You're like, my no wasn't enough for you. You want me to be in a lower vibration. You want me to feel worse. You want me to be diminished. And that's what that person thinks of you and needs of you. So it might be a chance for you to see people and the way that they feel about you for who they really are. This might not be easy or comfortable, but you're going to see it very clearly. Yeah. Yeah. That's incredible, Sag. Incredible. So just be at peace with whatever's going on and just talk slower and like wait. Take a deep breath before response. Like just let things happen. Because we know we could be right, but our execution can make us wrong. So wait. Wait. Be at peace. Love you. Capricorn. What's new? What's new? I'm excited for when the North Node goes into Aquarius for you. I'm very excited. I'm very excited. This is a fascinating full moon. This is very fascinating. Cap, sun, moon, and rising. This is intense. This is intense. And if you're new around here, I love the word intense. I love it. I'm a Cap moon, so I love the word intense. We're releasing the house of legacy, public image, and career. You have for sure leveled out of an old archetype. There's a video that I have listed in the description about you're ready to change your archetype. I would actually like put the archetype, like a visual of it on your Pinterest board, on your vision board. Yeah, because you've done some deep ego work. I don't know if it's from Pluto and Cap. I don't know when it's from. There's too many of you for me to try to say this is the one key point. And this is a general reading, so I don't want to assume. But you have for sure, you're different. And I love that. And right now, your only responsibility is to release what's not you. Release phrases that aren't you. Release, Mercury direct in your house of communication. Release ways that you're thinking and know when to catch it. It's a Dr. Joe thing. Really play out. Get to know your not self themes. Get to know who you don't want to be so that when it pops up and tries to take over your human avatar, you can clock it and say, that's not me. That's a thought. That's a belief that I don't have anymore. So having that, the daily morning and evening meditations on Dr. Joe Dispenza's website, those could be, I think it's a $20 purchase. Those could be worth your investment. It's just literally you spend every morning deciding these are the thoughts I don't want to think. These are the thoughts I do want to think. And then in the evening, releasing and kind of letting it go. Yeah, don't try to do all of this alone. This could be a perfect time to invest in a guided meditation, hire a team, expand the people that are in your, like Jupiter in your house of relationships. Or even just doing a clean sweep of, okay, what I was going to say is doing a clean sweep of like, your subscribers or not your subscribers, the people that you follow. But the God of my understanding was basically like, don't get stuck in the analysis paralysis. You've kind of leveled out of that space, and I would call in a mentor. I would call in a coach, get a chart reading, have like a shamanic experience. Even as I talk about that in Awakened Mastery, even as simple as getting your tarot cards read. And that's something that I say minimum to do once a quarter is to go see a coach once a quarter minimally to say show me my shadow, show me where I'm out of alignment, and reach out to people that you do trust, talk to God in prayer. And I don't know if it's like when the student is ready, the teacher appears, or when the teacher is ready, the student appears. I don't remember which way it goes, but however you decide to call someone in, do it, because that could be a really helpful, like, it's not that you don't know how to do what it is that needs to be done, but maybe there's just so many coaches and so many YouTubers and so many channelers and so many chart readers and so many this, that it's like a little bit of overstimulation right now, Kat. So shaving it down could be a good step one if you're watching a lot of readers, and a step two is hiring someone and exchanging money for goods and services to say, that's literally the way to tell the God of your understanding, I'm ready to level out. I'm ready to do something. I'm ready to take the next step if you felt plateaued a little bit, Cap. And not in a bad way. It's just like, you can stay on the plateau as long as you want to. Maybe you want to, that's fine. There's no judgment there. Just decide who you are, where you want to go, what you want to do, all the things, and then go get it. And go get it. Yeah, this is a great time to do some research. Do some research. What needs to shift? Where do you want to go? Great. Love it. Aquarius. Aquarius. Rising Aquarius, Sun, Aquarius, Moon. If you take nothing else from this reading, what I recommend above all during full moons in the 9th house is working with the boundaries of your belief system and the universal law of comparison, and just looking at, like, I have a video on where does your belief system live. I'll put the link below, and release anything that's not vibing. So that's, if you take nothing else, if you leave now, just, you can do that, because this is the house of quest, adventure, and big thinking, and long distance travel, and higher education. I'm going to take a sip of water. So you can't run from where your feet are, for sure. This is a time to really make the, what do you mean the law of comparison, Sarah? Okay, so I'm sitting in a room. Compared to a small closet, it's a pretty big size room. Compared to a stadium, it's a teeny little room. So if you're comparing your goals, oh, that's a toughie. I don't know how I'm going to accomplish that. Or if you say, I can easily accomplish that. It's kind of like, a lot of the times people get triggered by the phrase, it's as easy to manifest $1 as it is millions of dollars. But you've just said millions is a lot. It's hard. It has to come through this tiny little buttonhole of the lottery or this. And it's allowing things to be limitless is a beautiful way to work with, spirituality and big thinking. There's also a little bit of like sadness. And I'm going to put the link for, you chose the highest timeline and are grieving the others, because I feel like that could be a nourishing, validating for, like, what is this grief, Sarah? Things are kind of okay. And yeah, it's just, there might be big emotions that come out of this, and you can look at like what Aquarius placements are really trining to this full moon, what Aquarius placements the sun is in sextile to. I'd look into aspects if that is your language, and just let big things kind of come and go. There might be some big goals that you thought that you wanted, or that you thought that you had, that are just being released right now. Or maybe there's confusion as to, like, I see myself doing this thing in the future, but I don't know how to get there. I don't know what other things. Like, you're such a multifaceted being. And yeah, being in a space of getting to know yourself doesn't mean you don't accomplish any of them. It's like telling a 3-year-old, like, you're going to be a lawyer one day, and the fact that you don't know law makes you awful. Like, the fact that you can't already practice law right now, 3-year-old, is just such a disappointment. Like, you're good, Aquarius, you're good. So I would let some emotions come up if they need to. And I don't know why I'm doing it. I have no idea. I don't know. But just let emotions come up if they need to, and just don't box them in. Don't box anything in. Let it be big. Let it be big. Love you. Pisces. Pisces rising, Pisces sun, Pisces moon. The North Node coming into your, it might just feel like a squeeze right now. It'll release later this year. It'll release for sure. This is the money axis. So the sun is in the house of what is mine, and the full moon is releasing in the house of what is ours. There's a lot going on right here. Okay. Some of you might want to quit. Some of you might want a new job. Some of you might, if you have Libra placements as well, or if you want to watch the Libra reading, that was a fun one where it's like something happens and it's just like you snap. Your boss says something, your partner says something, somebody says something, and you're just like, oh, I'm really done with this. This really isn't the environment for me. I can see that now. I can see that I don't belong here and I'm not going to grow here. You need to be growing. We all need to be growing. And if we choose to work under someone, that superior, in my perspective and opinion, should be inspiring you, should be empowering you, should be, and I don't want to should them, but, or, let me rephrase, those are my beliefs. What do you expect from your boss, from the company that you work for, from your landlord, from the people that you share your time and energy with? What are the expectations that you have? List them all out. Then list out the people that you have in your life right now. Are they living up to those expectations? If not, make some changes. Decide to make some changes. Take some action steps. All planets are direct, and the new moon that's coming up is going to be in your second house. That's going to be in a few weeks. Perfect time to call in a new job. But once you know what your expectations are, this is deep transformation, death and rebirth, shared possessions. So this is a very transformative full moon. Like, once we recognize what our standards are, then we look at our life, we look at the people in our lives, and they're not treating us that way. The world treats us the way that we teach the world to treat us. So it's not that person's fault. It just says, oh, they're treating me the way that I've taught them to treat me. That's it. That's it. And you can decide, do I want to stay here and evolve and grow and work with this person and try to figure out, and this is a superior. It doesn't feel like it's a colleague. It feels like there's an imbalance of power in this situation, but not like a negativism. It's like an authority figure. This feels like an authority figure. But yeah, we can't demonize them. They're perfect. We're perfect. We exist. We just say, is this what I'm going to settle for? Is this what I'm going to tolerate? Is this what I want to evolve with? If not, shift your focus to what you do want. And then during the new moon, perfect time to be planting seeds. Yeah, you might want to move too. There might be big ideas, big moves that you want to be doing, and that might be intimidating possibly, or confusing. And just sit with that. And just sit with it and just be with it and just allow it to present itself. I did a video, I think it was yesterday. Let clarity expand, or let clarity show itself to you. Maybe you're getting blips of the future, Pisces, but just allow it to show itself to you in the, if it's not fully clear, if it's not a resounding yes, then it's a no. Figure out what yes means in your body and move from that clear, grounded space. Happy full moon. Please reach out if I can ever be supportive. There are links below to donate and give back. There are links below to reach out and take a putter over on the website, guided meditations, Awaken Mastery, Mastering Mars, all different resources for you. And I'll see you on the other side of this full moon. Love you.